Shut up and sit down.
Hey, I'm Simon.
I'm Batman.
Hey, Batman.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's interesting.
Turn up for the books.
I'm not sure you're the real Batman, though.
You'll never know.
I mean, your chin looks quite Batman-y.
Mm-hmm. Very manly.
Okay, I'm going with it.
Quite
Okay,
a lot
Batman.
of eyeliner going on.
Yeah.
Could be. You'd never know.
I think you'd make a good Batman. I'm behind it.
Mm-hmm. You know when I sneak out at night,
Mm.
I'm catching bad guys.
And you come back with stab wounds and bruises all over yourself and knuckles all bloody. Yeah.
And you have to make me lobster thermidor in the microwave.
Yeah, I thought you were just in the UFC.
Sometimes.
Well, there you go. Well, if for whatever reason you like our silly videos, please remember to like, comment, subscribe, and hit that bell thing over near Mr. Wayne there. And we're having a couple of drinks tonight that are called
Black Sabbath.
Black Sabbath, and they are called Black Sabbath because...
We both like it, and we might get a headache.
That is true. And we're surprising each other with movie trailers that the other person has not yet seen.
So what do we have next?
Well, up next, one of our viewers, Storm Shadow, who comments on many of our videos, he's been a long-time viewer, and thank you for hanging with us, Storm Shadow, has been recommending we check out the new trailer for Mortal Kombat. So we've been trying to find these Mortal Kombat trailers for months now, and there are so many concept and fan-made trailers out there that have almost fooled me into thinking they're the real thing. But finally, we have an actual trailer for Mortal Kombat, which only comes out in April, so just
Awesome.
around the corner. And I am really, really intrigued to see where they've gone with this, because, you know, we've had some okay Mortal Kombat movies, nothing that's really blown us away in the past. So I think taking a beloved video game franchise and putting it on the big screen, I've got really high hopes for this this new Mortal Kombat movie. So I say we'll check out the trailer, stick around until the end, and we'll let you know what we think about it.
Let's go.
Let's go. Oh, I like red band trailers.
First learned about this 7 years ago.
Sub-Zero.
On a mission in Brazil to capture a wanted fugitive. When we got there,
Oh,
it pushed
nice.
through our unit in seconds. The
Oops.
target had superhuman abilities.
I'd say.
It had the same marking you do, Cole.
It's a birthmark.
What do you mean?
He was born with it.
It's not a birthmark, Cole. It means you've been chosen.
Throughout history, different cultures all over the world reference a great tournament of champions. That dragon marking? I think it's an invitation to fight for something known.
Oh my god! Awesome!
Mortal Kombat.
Holy crap!
These are your champions.
I'm Sonya. That's Kano.
I'm Liu Kang.
Name's Jax.
Kung Lao. Lord Raiden. The fate of Earth is in our hands.
Oh my god!
No matter how many of my people you put in the ground, we will not fail. Kill them.
I am Sub-Zero.
Jeez!
Get over here!
No way!
Finish them!
Oh my god!
Kano wins. You fucking beauty.
Holy crap!
I feel like my spine has just been pulled out of my back.
Yes! Oh man. So, I don't even know where to start with that, but I mean, not only bringing back every one of my favorite characters from, you know, I would have been glad just to have Scorpion and Sub-Zero and maybe Liu Kang, But to have so many of my favorite Mortal Kombat characters brought to life in what looks really authentic, and not to have some watered-down PG-13 version, but to get an R-rated, bloody, gory fight movie. Oh my goodness.
So when you were hanging out at the arcades, being a teenage dirtbag, which character did you pick for Mortal Kombat?
I was normally Scorpion. I just love the "get over here" thing. And he had the ripping the spine out of the body finishing move as well. Like, that was literally in the arcade. That was the only finishing move I could memorize, and I could probably still pull it off today. I did like Liu Kang as well. He was really cool. And Johnny Cage was the dude with the sunglasses. And like, for those people who weren't around back then, you know, Street Fighter had been in the arcades for a little while. Super popular, really animated graphics. What they did with Mortal Kombat was they took real kind of photo and video footage of real fighters. It was the first time you ever got to play like a realistic character in an arcade machine that looked like photorealistic and be able to literally kill other people. And there was such a backlash about it. And look it up. There are court cases. Like, it literally went to the Supreme Court here in the US and resulted in new legislation to put controls around video games, because Mortal Kombat pushed the boundaries to the point where people were just not comfortable with it, apart from teenage dirtbags like me in arcades. But yeah, like, so I also used to love playing as Raiden as well. He's the dude with the hat and the lightning in his eyes, and he could shoot lightning out of his hands. And he was kind of like playing as Ryu or Ken in Street Fighter, where you had these distance attacks that could get people when they weren't even near you. So for players like me who sucked, he was pretty good at kind of keeping people away. And he could do this kind of like flying forward through the screen thing with lightning around him. But I could never pull off his finishing move. It was just more than my stubby fingers and thumbs could handle.
I'm a bit of a button masher when it comes to fighting games, and I always wanted to do the finishing move, but I could never pay attention enough to figure out when. I would just hammer all the buttons until my person won. So I was pretty good at it, and my person usually won. But I never once managed to do a finish him move.
Did it make the boys cry?
I didn't know any.
Oh, really? Okay.
So...
See, I picture you in an arcade with these super slick boys, like maybe the ones with a comb in their hair, and you beat them just by mashing buttons randomly, and they're trying to do all their techniques, and I just imagine it would infuriate them.
Yeah, let's go with that version instead of it just being me by myself at the arcade, playing against the machine.
That's just made me sad.
But I did find my super cool slick guy.
Yay.
And sometimes we still play games and I just mash buttons.
That's true. That's very, very painfully true.
I will never learn.
So aside from that, what were your thoughts about Mortal Kombat, the movie that comes out in like a month and a half?
I was surprised that there actually seems to be a coherent storyline. I think that's optional in a movie like this. You could do pretty much anything and people are going to want to watch it because it's awesome, and like we said, it's your childhood. But there actually seems to be a pretty solid storyline, like them going to get the Sub-Zero guy, and clearly the guy with the robot arms has a history with Sub-Zero because he tore his arms off like popsicles, which is horrible.
Yes. That's got to hurt.
But I liked it that they seem to have actually put some effort into having you understand what's going on and what these people's motivations are.
Yeah, and from what I've gleaned from Wikipedia and other places, the story centers around it, the character with the birthmark that isn't a birthmark, it's his destiny, called Cole Young, who goes to this place called Earthrealm, where they're in this constant battle against the outer world or the other world, I forget. But I really like the fact that it's this kind of average kid who enters this world of these fighters with these supernatural powers, and he's just a good fighter, and and it kind of reminds me of what you feel like in the arcade, like approaching the machine, you see all these moves and you're like, how the crap do I do these things? And you just start by button mashing. And you're playing against people who have spent the last 5 years in the arcade mastering and memorizing all the moves, and they seem so far beyond your level, but with a bit of practice, a bit of hard work, you make it to that next level and you beat those dorks. So anyway, maybe that's not the story behind Mortal Kombat, the movie, but in my head, that's what Cole Young is going through as he enters this crazy world of murder and mayhem. I also love it that there are clearly fatalities in this movie, in that a lot of the characters seem to die, and that's brave. Like, I imagine you're not going to get too many sequels out of this with the number of people who are being killed in this one.
High turnover.
Yeah, it looks like it will make a great movie, and I love movies and TV shows where you can't get too attached because you just don't know what's going to happen. That's what I love about The Walking Dead. Like, who would have thought the people that have been killed off in that one? So, yeah, man, as you can see, I, for one, am very excited.
Yes, this looks awesome.
Yeah, and not too long to go until we get it. And, of course, not too long to go until you get us again, because we do this every single
day.
Oh,
that's ridiculous. That's way too much.
Yeah, it is.
No one has time for that.
Much. If I get fired, you know why.
But there you go, friends. So we will see you on the next Drunk Trailer Ambush tomorrow.
Peace out, combat nerds.
Get over here.
Shut up and sit down.